Hey guys, you're watching Explore the Weird. If you're into creepy and weird goons, welcome back. We're gooning, we're doing the goon things, we're exploring, and the YouTube algorithm says, Teddy, no good. We don't want you talking about this. We gotta silence you. You gotta be nice for the next 90 days. So for those of you guys that know, you know the algorithm has been anti-Teddy and anti-conspiracy theories, especially the corona. So regardless, we're going to continue gooning. I'm still going to get you content as long as they don't strike me down. So that is the goal. So goons, stick with me. And the best way that you guys can help me now more than ever, goons, keep gooning. But really, after you watch this video, go to my channel, go watch another video, especially the ones that have lower view counts. Like I have some videos that only have like 50 views. I kid you not. There's actually real goons that can find even more content. It may not be the best audio, but you know, that's old Teddy. New Teddy, much better. Old Teddy, not so good. And with that, we're going to get started. More For You page content. My wife says she's still not getting Explore the Weird type videos, so we're going to give her a break and we're going to keep going ham with the For You page. So let's see what more we can find and explore.
Dozens of activists glued their hands to the roads in Germany to protest climate change.
Yeah, that is definitely true. No farmers, no food. I mean, for most of you guys, unless you're self-sustained and you can live off your own land, most of these guys, especially in the United States, need a grocery store. Oh, Teddy, I need to go to the grocery store to get my toilet paper. How else am I going to wipe my... Wait a second. If the farmers are revolting and we can't get even goods to cook, why are you worried about the toilet paper, bro? What are you going to eat? There'd be nothing coming out if you got nothing to eat. You know, toilet paper won't help you there at that point. That's the least of your problems. Figure out what the farmers need and let's get them happy and let's keep them happy. But dude, it is much different what these farmers are doing with their farm equipment versus what the climate activists do. It's like, let me block this road. This will teach them. Yeah, we learned a lot. Move. All right, let's keep it. No hate to any climate activists either. I'm just making light of the situation. But yes, both have their pros and cons. So figure out where you stand, and that's on you goons to figure that out. All right, let's keep it going.
Ще спеціальний?
Країна. Gelesen, das ist
Lambo, отправда, кача спеціальний.
I am not sure what this is. Only info I got is that this occurred in Italy. Thoughts. That's the description on the video. It definitely appears to be like some firework type thing where it was coming out of the sky into the river. So maybe they launched it in the river and we're just seeing like the aftermath of it. Or potentially it's a UFO and the lights are coming off the UFO, but I'm still leaning towards like firework, ballistic. It doesn't seem like the people are alarmed even. So I think everything may be okay. But yeah, very interesting. What do you goons think? Am I looking at a UFO and I can't even tell? I don't know. I'm not sure. But we're going to keep it going.
Why are you filming us? Who are you? Are you guys with the collective? We're just trying to come get some information. I think so. I don't know. It's odd.
Do you have any questions?
We'd love to talk if you do. So we just got back down to the border and these two ladies walked up to me. I'm assuming ladies, don't want to, misgender, but started filming me. And I'm not exactly sure why. Then they said these media guys were okay, but apparently we're questionable. I don't know. But it's odd because they're out here. So I don't know if they think they work for Homeland Security or what. This is one of these collectives that gives food and support to the people that are living in between the wall. But apparently they're very protective of this space that doesn't belong to them. It's just funny. You want to tell me your name? Tractor Supply? No? Are you guys part of the horse ranch down here? Very odd. Why does anyone still come this way when they can just walk across?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what was happening here, but regardless of political views here, one side, I can see being, hey, we got to protect the humans and make sure they're alive, regardless of the reason they're coming over. But the other side being, hey, we need to stop these guys from coming across, but if they can't even make it across, that's on them. But the greater good, the Teddy inside's like, Teddy, we need to continue the human species. Why are we killing our own? What the hell? But like, I understand currently we're going through a border crisis in this current universe, and we need to figure out how we can all peacefully live together. Otherwise, we're going to always have this narrative of guys are coming into my country and I can't stop them. And it's not just the United States. I'm saying all countries. All countries have the same problem. There's migrants coming into any country out there that is doing better than their home country, and they're going to do whatever they can. And now where the politics come in is you have one side that's like, hey, I don't want any more migrants, and you have the other side going, I want even more, and even any type of assistance they give, housing, water, food, they're like, hey, they're taken away from something else, and it turns into a whole political thing. But no one's really thinking on the grander scheme of things to be like, we're killing our own. We need to help our own and fix the situation, but killing our own population is not the way to do it, because what is this guy trying to say, that's videoing? He's like, hey, they shouldn't be helping them. They shouldn't be doing anything, and they may be looking at it from a different perspective. So that's all I'm trying to hit on. I'm not trying to go political on this, but I'm sure someone's going to get offended, and there's always going to be somebody. No one's ever going to be happy with this. So it is what it is, and we're going to keep it going.
Blows my mind how no one on TikTok is talking about what this man said. Listen up.
Vitamin B, vitamin E. The body is not made up of any alphabetical order. It is made up of minerals. So you have to replace them in a natural form, in the form of a rock or a plant.
Basically, what he's saying is that your body is not made out of vitamins. It's not made out of vitamin A, B, C. It's made out of minerals. And to be exact, it's made out of 102 minerals. Dr. Sebi said that when you get sick, what's happening is that your body is being drained of minerals and being replaced with mucus. If you're waking up with no energy, if you're going through your day feeling tired and you're lazy, if you're feeling a lot of inflammation, a lot of bloating, this means you're mineral deficient. The most fucked up part is that Dr. Sebi had a natural remedy for just about any sickness out there. Well, he was arrested and silenced by Big Pharma, and it wasn't long until he mysteriously passed away. He talked a lot about this natural remedy right here. It's called Shilajit, and the reason this was his favorite is because it contains 87 out of the 102 minerals that your body is not accessing. He said it would purify and clean your body of heavy metals. Obviously, after learning about all this and me being me, I bought me some Shilajit, and it's been 1 month, and I'm telling you, this is the truth. This stuff, I've been waking.
Hey, I gotta tell you guys something. I'm Indian. This is all normal in my world. Hey, have a Shivalingam. It's just a quartz stone, but for us, it's also a deity, and we worship it. And then it's like, hey, have some Himalayan pink salt. Hey, have some Shilajit. To us, it's just like, hey, this is normal minerals and medicine that we have. But now the West is finding out about it and be like, hey, this guy was speaking some truths. But you look outside of America and you're like, hey, outside of this country, many of the populations are living longer than people in the United States. Why is that? Regardless of medical coverage, right? And you go, hey, is it the food? Is it food related? You have someone like Dr. Sebi, which I believe we've heard Dr. Sebi before, but I like this take on it, and it's unfortunate he was silenced. But yeah, there are no A, B, C, D vitamins. That's not what potentially we're made out of. And the scientific reasons may correlate to some things. But yeah, he hits on a good point. It's like, hey, we need minerals. And I think we also need electrolytes too, right? Now I've been hearing don't overdo it with water. Make sure your water has electrolytes. So, this is quite interesting. We've been getting ourselves educated even on the food level. I definitely am making smarter choices, not the best choices, but it is interesting to now consider, hey, Let's add more into our diet that is natural rather than let me plop this vitamin. Oh, Teddy, I took a multivitamin. It says I got 100% vitamin A. I'm good. I don't need to eat carrots. Buddy, eat the carrots. Trust me. I'm trying to keep you alive. By the way, am I talking to a goon right now? Are you a goon? Hey, best way that you can become a goon, next time you see my thumbnail, click on the video, watch another video, be like, hey, let's support this channel. It helps us out. I would love that support. The Goon Gang, I appreciate you all if you are part of the Goons. If you're not, please consider joining. I'd love to see you again. And with that, let's keep it going.
See, the people are walking around on something that's absolutely remarkable. I mean, look at that. This is Buffalo, New York, 1901. You know, just stunning architecture. And this all has a frequency. You know, we've talked a lot about this with frequency, resonance, fractals, all of these materials, you know, all the copper that was used. Every statue on top of these buildings had copper. Every angel on top of these buildings had copper. You know, and then you start to wonder, well, copper's only 1% of the soil. Where were they getting it all from? So Buffalo, New York, look at that fountain right there, you know, right in the middle. Just, you know, keeping the water intact. And then this is New York, Buffalo, New York, 1901. You know, this was the sustainable buildings that people were, you know, temporarily building. That's what they were telling us. You got right there. There's more water. And see how the society who was building these, because I don't believe that, you know, they were horse and wagon time at that time, but the society who was building this, look at how much they cherished water. I mean, there's so much water and fountains and all of this. And then you go to the next one, which you have a Coliseum in Buffalo, New York. You know, a picture I don't think many people have seen, which is interesting. You know, do you have this, and that can be energy.
Is this the World's Fair?
This is the World's Fair,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
This is the picture. And then let me just
Man, we've recently heard about the World's Fair, and the architecture is just wild. You know, they go from city to city, and we've seen the Great Reset in Chicago. Now this guy's talking about Buffalo, New York, potentially reset there too. I mean, we've had a reset on a grander level. They've been talking about a reset every 200 years in other videos, and you come back to this video and you're like, hey, potentially, yeah, we had this great technology, we were using great architecture, and then boom, we lost that knowledge, and we had to rebuild with what we have now figured out with the new experts, right? And then yet again, we could go through another reset, and this is going to keep happening. I'm not sure whether this footage is authentic or not. Only the true goons will know and be like, Teddy, trust me, it's authentic. But unfortunately, I'm not the expert here. It definitely is intriguing, and I love it. You know, the architecture looks very appealing. It reminds me of, like, you know, Seven Wonders type architecture, where it'd be really cool if we got to see that in real life. But unfortunately, it's lost to history, and now we need to build new history. So goons, stick with me. We're gonna keep it going.
Pilot from Greece proves flat Earth. He filmed the sun and the moon at the same time on a flat horizon.
Στα δεξιά έχουμε τον ήλιο κουτί. Και από τα αριστερά έχουμε το φεγγάρι.
Wait, please, I'm not even sure how to take this. My mind is being blown. Crazy Teddy, I need your help. Oh, Teddy, there's the proof right there in 4K. In 4K, Teddy, how much more proof do you need? Oh man. You know, I've been believing in this firmament. But this is truly intriguing, where you're seeing it. You know, it appears to be cell phone recorded video, and on both sides you can see the sun and the moon. So it is puzzling, because we've seen a lot of theories on how they display the sun and the moon in a flat world, and you're definitely seeing that reality with this video. But I'm thinking potentially there's a quick flip of the edit where he flips over on the screen, but if not, yeah, this is definitely on the track of, like, yeah, undeniable evidence that it's like, how is that possible? I still, even though it's 4K, Crazy Teddy, I want another guy to validate that this video is also true. Oh boy, Teddy, there is no pleasing you. You're never gonna agree. You're never gonna agree. I just want more proof. This one video is not enough. I need more. Gotta wake up, Teddy. You gotta wake up. All right, let's keep it going.
Actually going on in Hollywood. A few months ago, Simon Cowell reappeared on the internet very strangely, and many people believe that the man who returned was not Simon Cowell. Also, this video of Britney Spears is going viral, and people are claiming that the person in this video is an imposter. And if you pause the video just as her hand passes by her face, you can clearly see that a filter is placed on her face. It only stays for a few frames, and the most recent of all, Jamie Foxx, who had been missing for a while, reappeared in this video, apologizing to his fans and claiming that he had a mysterious medical emergency, which he did not specify. People have already started saying that the person who returned is not Jamie Foxx. A clone war has started in Hollywood, and now you know that.
And then speaking of they clone Tyrone, isn't Jamie Foxx part of that?
He came out looking. They were like, "Where's the tattoo?
Where's his tattoo on the back of his head?"
They showed a picture of him.
He was in like McDonald's or Wendy's or some damn where. It looked like the clone was just testing himself out. Like, yeah, all right, I'm out. Let's see what's going on. I'm happy to be in the world. It seemed like the clone was literally testing himself out. But my thing is, where was the tattoo in the back of his head? And it just makes you do this shit to like play with us, to like see if we know, to see if we still dumb, to see how many of us are dumb, to see how many of us are brainwashed so they can know how many more to continue to brainwash.
I am convinced celebrities have doppelgangers they used to be like, hey, I need you to fill in. I don't want to go. You look close enough to me. You know, it's like a stunt double, but it's a doppelganger, but a really good clone of a doppelganger. Or maybe potentially they clone, but like, the fact of like the clone having enough time to like, you know, go through and get to the same age, and then the similarities with the height differences, the differences in tattoos, the differences in facial structures, you know, or even bone structures, whatever it may be. The theory of them using, you know, replacements rather than clones makes more sense to me. But yeah, in a different dimension, they very well could have figured out cloning technology, and all the celebrities are being replaced by clones. But I like to believe an alternate theory, which is, hey, maybe they're just finding good replacements of, you know, they say for every one face that is in the world, there's like 7 other faces that are considered doppelgangers, right? So yeah, potentially. Well, only time will tell, I guess. We need that DNA test to find out. But don't give anyone your DNA. Keep your DNA to yourself. You don't know what they're going to do with your DNA. They could try and frame you for something. Have you ever seen, what was that Netflix thing? Murderers? Making of a Murderer? Regardless. We're going to keep it going. What am I looking at here? I first look at this and I'm like, yo, okay, wait, description. The Bata Geika, oh my god, I'm pronouncing this horribly. Please. Bata Geika crater, located in Chursky Range of northeastern Siberia, Russia, is the largest permafrost crater in the world. Oh, wow. Oh, so permafrost from 2004 all the way to 2024, this thing has just been losing snow. But they keep telling us that climate change ain't real, Teddy. Come on now. It's just going to refreeze. You know that. It's not a real thing. We don't have to worry. We're going to keep hopping dimensions, Teddy. Everything's going to be fine. Just manifest you're in the earth that's living. All right. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that feeling. But it's still unfortunate that we are having time lapses of, you know, potential warming of this area. And we'll see. Maybe, hey, we'll have another ice age and it'll refreeze. Only time will tell. It seems to indicate that has happened before. We've gone through many floods and freezing and defrosting and flooding again and defrosting and evaporating and flooding again and defrosting. So yeah, let's just keep it going.
It is. Ooh.
What the hell? Yo, what the hell? Why am I getting so many weird food ones that keep telling... I mean, they want you to eat better, Teddy. I mean, why else are you getting them? But realistically, this is weird. Why is there a worm in the thing? And why didn't you catch that, before you cooked it? Did you cooking it cause the worm to come out? And, like, that's how we got here? This is just weird. I'm just confused, I guess. Yeah, check your chicken, guys, because... I mean, even the chicken that we get in the United States is different than the chicken outside of the United States. They say that we're not even allowed to sell United States chicken to other countries. So it's just like weird. It's like maybe something else is going on. Oh, Teddy, our chicken be better. That's what made you so strong. That is true. Everywhere I go, they're like, oh, Teddy's the Indian Hulk. Here comes the Indian Hulk. Because they see a 6-foot Indian man that's hulked out, 240 pounds of fun. They're like, holy crap, this guy's gonna sit on me and I'm gonna get crushed. So whenever I go back to the motherland, India, it's definitely Indian Hulk. I barely fit in those airplane seats. I'm like, I'm only 240. This is like semi-average in America, but in India, I'm like 3 Indian guys, man. Oh boy, the fat jokes are real. But I am fat, so get out of here. Don't let me clown on myself. Not fat, Teddy, you just fluffy. Come on now. All right, let's keep it going. Yo, I did not like any of this. We started in 1960. We're around like 4-ish. And, other country around 6-ish. And we slowly go, closer to 0. That NWO depopulation theory starting to sound so real. They restricted it first in China, and they were like, hey, wait, why isn't China on here? Regardless, they were like, hey, 1 kid at a time, and now they're like, wait, that 1 kid at a time thing is not working. We need more. But is it too late? Oh, Teddy's never going to be able to repopulate properly now. They restricted it too much, and it's a thing they can't come back from. Yeah, I mean, look at us. We're going through the same thing. What are you going to say? We're different? Get out of here. All right, let's keep it going.
Americans are panicking over these deer videos that have gone viral yesterday across places in the United States, including New York and Mount Rushmore. The reason is because of the recent movie Leave the World Behind on Netflix, produced by former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And in case you haven't seen it, it's about how the US gets occupied and shut down completely by the whole world, where other countries around the world shut down all our satellites, communication systems, send radio frequency microwave weapons, and eventually attack the cities. Coming a day after the US deciding to veto the ceasefire request in Palestine, where other countries of the world are demanding an immediate ceasefire, but the US denied that. Many countries are now thinking of how to make it happen. But what's the deal with these deer videos? These videos are CGI and are not real. But what do you think about this? Is the US pissing off other countries by their international intervention supporting Israel and Ukraine? And have you seen the movie, and what do you think about former President Obama producing the movie?
People who set up this set, that set up the scene, set up the set and scene for this specific reason. Let me show you. 6. I know the Cubs has 76, but we're looking at the white. 6 and 6. It's 6:30 in the morning, bro. 6.
So many symbolisms.
Dude, I actually did the search, and it really is a thing. Barack Obama and Michelle really are producers and were involved with Leave the World Behind here. So that is wild. They possibly were giving us hints, and we're just lucky to know that this is the hint that they've given us. So with that being known, let's keep it going, and make sure you goons are protected. Make sure you are the ones that is telling your family, hey, Daddy told me this thing, and he has a wife that tells him things, and now I'm telling you things. And let me tell you, we got to get ready. The enlightenment is coming. The illumination, the illuminating event. Hopefully soon. But if it doesn't, just be ready. That's all we can do. What the hell? Was that a bear? Why was there a bear? Are you not concerned? I'm very concerned. There's a baby there. Bear no stop. Bear gonna attack baby. Bear go. Baby look real good. Is this Goldilocks? Is Goldilocks sitting in my couch? It feels just right. Maybe this woman's in the bear's house and I have this backwards because she's in an alternate dimension and she's hopped. Okay, crazy Teddy, what is going on here? Oh, Teddy, let me tell you. No, get out of here. I figured it out. She's Goldilocks. She hopped to a different dimension, and this is actually the bear's house, and he came in through the door and be like, what the? All right, interesting algorithm. What are you trying to say? Let's keep it going. There's no audio here. Mankind may be only the... I can't even finish it. Let's watch that again, I guess. Mankind may be only the latest race to infest the earth. Other civilizations may have thrived here and died here. John Keel, Our Haunted Planet. So, mankind may be only the latest race? Yeah, I guess. I mean, this is the thing. I've been talking about this Great Reset. Oh, this is what we started with, right? The Great Reset is real. They're going to reset and it's going to come back and we're going to keep doing it every 200 years. That's what the other video said. But yeah, potentially, we don't know. You know, there were Homo sapiens, there was Neanderthals, there were Nephilim giants, right? There's so many things, potentially, other races that existed, cryptids, reptilians, that have potentially made it out as well and are living amongst us, and the Greys, you know, literally, we don't know. So yeah, I like this quote, I guess, from this guy John Keel. Interesting. Go check him out. He seems to be a fellow goon.
Come on. And when it falls down, who you gonna call now? Come on.
All right, I gotta read this, I guess. 1 second. So, breaking unprecedented cyber attack suspected to involve JP Morgan, BOA, Citibanks, Tier 1 banks, and the Fed is rapidly escalating in the United States. Experts express astonishment, labeling it as a magnitude never seen before. XRP, get out of here. Leave the world behind was a look into our near future. People think the internet is just social media. No, far bigger consequences if it all gets taken down. Dude, what's crazy is just recently, February 22nd, 2024, a bunch of Americans as well as other people across the world woke up and they did not have cell phone signals, and they were like, oh, they're testing the thing, they're getting ready for the end time. So if the banks are also gonna test their things, that's gonna be interesting. And I'm from crypto, you know, you guys see that in the background. I got Bitcoin, I got Ethereum right under that NNDA there. So you know I'm a big contributor in the crypto space as well, shilling crypto to people that watch videos like this, like you're watching right now. Guys, if the banks lock up your money and you do not have access to that money, and you're now in the bank's hands, the government's hands, to give this bank a bailout in order to get the funds that you're entitled to, if you take that funds into your own hands, meaning either you withdraw all your money and you start keeping it in cash in safe places, or you go the crypto route and you also have self-custody of your crypto digital currency, which may sound crazy. Whole different channel. Come check me out on the crypto future if that intrigues you. But it definitely is something that could also happen. If they really are testing this thing, you want to make sure you have access to any money. And if it's not money, precious metals. Make sure you have precious metals around as well. So yeah, let's keep it going. I just want you guys to be safe. That's really what it is. Like, I want the goons to keep going, and the best way to keep going is to keep ourselves educated. So make sure if an end time comes, you don't see Teddy anymore because the internet is down. That, you know, Teddy once told you wise things. Keep self-custody of your financial things, and, you know, as well as keep your family educated on if an end of the world event comes. Hey, these are the things we need to do. So only the goons know what they can do. So with that, let's give
our food.
Tuyuqlar nə boyda olur? Buna bax. Bir tuyuğa 400 qramı şapbulladır buradan bu tərəfə. O birisini elə, o birisini elə. Bəs, o birisini elə. Buduna da bu baxıb, bud nətər işləyir. Əlini çək.
I have no idea what the gas was that was being used to fill in the chicken there, and you know, all the food things. You know, you start to wonder, can I wash off the food dyes once all these guys are putting the stuff you know, on the peas and the potatoes and all these vegetables and fruits that were getting colored? It's like I feel like I can't wash it off. So what else can I do? How am I supposed to know? Oh, Teddy, you got to build your own. Start planting now, Teddy. You're gonna have to get ready. You can't rely on the supermarkets, Teddy. That's not gonna work. Huh. You are right, crazy Teddy. That isn't gonna work. So what am I supposed to do? Start growing? What do I grow? Potatoes? Oh, Teddy, start with tomatoes. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I love tomatoes. Interesting. Regardless, you know, I'm not sure about the meat stuff, but it does make me wonder, because I have seen other videos where they were trying to say that gases are used in meat packaging, and it really is hard for a consumer to tell when meat has spoiled because of these gases. They make it appear like the meat is still good when it has spoiled, and then they show meat that's been packaged without these like gases, and that meat spoils and you can visibly see that it's spoiled. And they're trying to like now add stickers where once meat has spoiled, regardless of gas, the sticker will change and then you'll know your meat has spoiled. So they're trying to catch up to the system, but unfortunately the best meat you can get is meat that you have killed yourself and that you have sustained and know where it's coming from. Otherwise, you know, you're trusting the supermarket to do that for you. And how do you know they didn't just go down to one of these centers and be like, hey, trust me, buddy, we got this. Our meat's always good. Oh boy. I hope you're right, supermarket. I hope you're right indeed. Otherwise, you've killed an entire town. All right, let's keep it going. I love that guy. I'm goons. I am here. People are looking at Bitcoin and like, oh my God, Bitcoin's at 50 grand or Bitcoin's at whatever, thousands of dollars. You know what's going to be hilarious? 20 to 25 years from this video, when Bitcoin's at 2.5 million and I'm here sitting here going, hey, buy Bitcoin for 50 grand. Oh boy. Imagine the Teddy 20 to 25 years from now. Future Teddy, listen to me. Buy more Ethereum. Buy more BNB. Trust me on this. Buy more Solana, future Teddy. At whatever price it's at, it's gonna go even more. Trust me. Oh man, 20 to 25 years, Malpra. I don't know where I'll be, but I wonder if I'll click on this video and be like, hey, old Teddy told me about this. Well, what are the prices? Oh man, at the time of recording, I feel like Ethereum's right around 3,000. Solana around 100, BNB around 350, and Bitcoin right around 50, so 50k. So we'll see. Future Teddy, good luck. I hope everything's good. How's Kyra? Did she get a sibling? That's also something I also wonder. One sibling? Multiple siblings? Future Teddy, did you make it or are you homeless? Does the world still exist? Leave the world behind, come true, Future Teddy. What ended up happening? Are you in a bunker? Did Emily make it? Did you make it? All right, let's keep it going.
Must watch.
Let's look at the year. How many months are there in a year? 12. Exactly. How many weeks are there in a year? 52. Good. However, 12 months, well, 12 times 4 is 48. And 52 minus 4 is 48. Doesn't take a genius to work out we've got 4 extra weeks. And what do 4 weeks make? A month. There are actually 13 months in a year. We are being paid for 12 months' work, and we are doing 13 months' work a year. This is outrageous.
Bro, ain't no way, bro. If this is true, they owe us some money. Somebody need to go to they boss the boss and say, hey man, hey boy, I've been being paid 12 months, but I'm working 13, man. I need some bread, bro. So if you really think about it, if it's really true, that means all of us are really younger than what we really are. Hey man, do me a favor, push the like to follow button and help me run these numbers up like somebody would have stole a credit card. Ain't no way y'all are gonna help me out.
Ain't no way indeed, sir. That is wild. I never considered that math. The math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin'. That's the new thing, Daddy. The math ain't mathin'. Yeah, they got us deceived at the corporate level, I guess, if you will. But I guess what if you get paid weekly? Then you're all set. Then you're good. So make sure you know when you get paid. This is intriguing. I'm very sad. Let's do just one more. Just one more. Just for the goons, Teddy. Just one more. Algorithm, give me the last one. How good is this last video?
Imagine synthetic humans being made that can walk and talk.
Disney World, for instance, down there in the Haunted Mansion, you see the hologram, right? Oh, you know how to make a hologram. Well, our scientists have learned how to make people. They call them synthetics. Are you familiar with those?
Well, actually, we just interviewed John Lear, and he was talking about being in an audience in which they were given a lecture by a guy that they thought was real and found out later he was a hologram.
Well, it's a synthetic. A synthetics, when you touch their skin, it feels like plastic almost. That's the latest technique. The old techniques, if you guys can rent a video, the boys from Brazil, rent it, because in it, it gives you the exact way how our government's been making people.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
and the Soviets have a different method called...
I mean, making people meaning temporary people?
No, walking, talking ones.
Meaning through genetics? You're not talking about that?
Well, let me tell you, the movie shows it, but I'll share it with you right now.
All right.
All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body, yours.
Uh-huh.
We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just connecting. Now they act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, you know, said they were being invaded by aliens. And the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food. Well, they can use cows and sheep, too. Again, a food source. That's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone. Because they've learned to take, that's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used a pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows. And the original technology was given to our government by the Greys. Now, the reason was that our scientists were all excited because we could have spare parts. If you need a heart or a liver or anything, you won't have any rejection. It's your own DNA, right?
Okay, because theoretically, if we have overpopulation, we don't need more people, right?
But the so-called elite are selecting on who they want to have around anyway, so if we want to keep people going as long as we can. I talked to the doctor that was working on regeneration of Castro, for instance.
Right.
On the DNA sequencing. And they're just learning about this.
Well, my understanding is that a lot of presidents have already been replaced.
That's right.
Yeah,
I don't think...
They're walking around, they look old, but they basically, some of the people are just
I'll just give you something
copies.
I'll give you something to ponder. Get some old videos of George Bush, when he first came into office. Look at the person speak, look at his actions, and listen to everything that's there. Now, it's a lot easier to put somebody out in front to act as even Bush did. He had somebody else that was up there acting like he is and look like it. Even Hitler had he had his stand. In fact, his stand-in was the one that they found in the ground over in Germany. I mean, Hitler and Eva and the dog and 14 other people got aboard a plane and flew down to Barcelona, Spain. You were aware of that, and then ended up in Antarctica or in Swabenland, and then died a few years ago in Brazil.
That's what we heard. That's
I have all the documents from our own government.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a contact, one of our
Stalin Stalin asked for they tried to burn the body, and he got the body back, and he said, we had different ears, and the testicles were different and everything else, so they knew it wasn't Hitler.
But is it a clone or not?
Oh, now you know going about cloning. Cloning techniques, since 1938, they've been making clone people. There's 8 countries making clones. I have a doctor friend
but
that
I
all
wanna
it
know
does
where
is
you-
treat the clones.
Where do you get your information?
I get it from some of the people that are willing to come forth, and they talk to me because they hope I'll put the information out, because they always got 2 people following them and they may be killed. If I start talking about cloning too much, the people that get involved into that you disappear on it. So I don't go into too many more details, but there is information that's available, and it more and more of that's coming on the line. I just told you, go rent the movie.
Okay, Boys from Brazil.
Yeah, and you'll see the whole technique on what they show it to you in different places, so you can imagine what it's going on.
Okay, so
Now, let's go to the next step, because this is the most important part.
all right.
If your physical reality that you have, based on this physical life that you have, this dream, is made up of the experiences that is impregnated on your body and in your mind, consciously, right? Your soul memory is another thing. It goes back whatever time that you elected to be in this incarnation for whatever reason. Now let's show you the division on these things. Since the body is very physical, and we just got you making a physical being in a few months for spare parts, they said, now we've got the perfect deal. How can we have that work better? Well, if you go to the hospital today and get an encephalogram, what's that? That's the memory of your conscious mind. It's on the CD. Let's download it on this being. Now we got a walking, talking duplicate that has the total memory that you have, because we just took it off of your own mind.
Okay, it's like Blade Runner, the android.
Exactly. The only thing is that it's like this DVD recorder. Sometimes you have glitches in it, so you have to have them tuned up occasionally or redone. And so we take them to Camp David, or there's a wing at Bethesda Hospital, to just tell you. If you go down there and check, you'll find the nurses, if they're willing to come forth, they'll tell you they work on those people, and they call them the others. I thought it was interesting. They're people. Remember, these people can think and act, but they don't have soul. That's also prophesized.
Right,
Soulless
that's
beings.
true. That's true.
Now we have another agenda that's going on, so you have to be careful of all this. There are many extraterrestrials that would like to be in on the game right now, so they can sometimes will come into these physical beings that we make to manipulate them.
I see.
So now you have a combination effort that you have to look at, and discernment. You have to discern what the game is. Well, just figure that most of the leaders we have in the world have been bought and paid for or created to think a certain way in the world.
Wow. That was a lot to take in, and much longer, but we said it was the last video, and that was a really good video, guys. Wow, my mind is just like, wow. So he mentioned some like and really the later part of the video is what I'm drilling down on. The first part was cool too. But he mentioned a hospital like operation. You can get a cephalogram. I don't know what it is, but he's like, that's just your mind onto a CD. I've never heard of this. And you know, I felt like this guy was even hitting on things. Hey, they've had cloning technology since 1938. Alex Jones must have gotten his information from him, I swear. But you know, some of the things he's hit on do make me go, hey, Bob Lazar, Dr. Greer have once said, we're just containers, and this whole like containers thing and extraterrestrials trying to get in on it, and we figured out how to go from one mind and change our containers, our bodies, right? And we're building our bodies, and he's talked about different ways of building these containers, if you will. One, he's like, hey, I can just take cells from you, 2 cells, and then boom, egg, and the cell would be put into this egg, and then boom, you have a whole new you, or a synthetic human is what he said. And then he talked about clones, and he can't get too much into clones because they always silence the cloners. You're not supposed to know, Teddy. And then, but he's mentioning, oh, go look at George Bush and look at him now, see the differences. So these are very intriguing points. I loved the video, and it does make me wonder and keep my mind open, and that's what this is all about. So with that, goons, I hope you are having fun. Please help the channel grow. Did you make it to the end? Because this was a very, very long one. If you did, I need to know. Remote. That's what you're going to say. Remote. Teddy, I can remote into anything. Oh boy, Teddy, that's a. I believe you. You know, once we had to go remote, people had to remote into lots of remoting things. So Zoom took off when we had to go remote. Really. All right. Regardless, I appreciate all the goons. We love you. Channel, you know, is still gonna. I'm still gonna give you videos every other day. We try to get content out to you guys. Nikita is a big help. Our editor, he's great. And once Emily gets more videos, I will jump back on that bandwagon. Otherwise, I'm thinking Mandela effects for my next one, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do one more For You page and then drill down on Mandelas, and it'll be an interesting thing as we go forward with the channel. All right, guys, appreciate you all. Till next time, stay safe, stay strong, and goodbye.